This is the greenhouse update for August 2017. We left it for 2 weeks while traveling. Was it a total failure or a success? Stay tuned to find out. The first year that we have a greenhouse, we leave it almost unattended for 2 weeks. That seems like a really bad idea, but we did just that. We had instructed friends and family just to pick the vegetables that ripen 2 times a week. So during 2 weeks we spent time on the homestead in the woods, and then we got into our car for a long road trip. We first went to the very south of Sweden and visited the west coast, south coast and the east coast. Then we traveled to Denmark and Legoland. We had a really nice time meeting family and spending time together. During this time, the greenhouse and the garden was on its own. So when we came back, even though a lot of cucumbers have been picked, we could fill the fridge with cucumbers. We have harvested at least 50 cucumbers on 3 plants so far this year. In the greenhouse, the cucumber plants didn't look that happy when we came back. I had to cut a lot of leaves and stems off. During the time we were away, they and the rest of the greenhouse got watered by the Gardena Smart System, so that was taken care of. I leave a card to a video about the Gardena Smart System. The thing was that they didn't get any extra nutrients when they needed it the most. So that's why they turned yellow and a lot of cucumbers didn't make it. So for next year's growing season, I'm looking at automating that too. Do you got any good ideas for automating that? Please leave it in the comments. When that's done, all the needs of the plants will be met. Ventilation, water and nutrient. The tomatoes had started to ripen and they were really happy. No problem there. Just as the pepper plants. They have a lot of flowers and the beginning of some fruits. I put them in the ground late, so we will need to extend the growing season. More on that in an upcoming video. In the garden that don't have any wood chips, the weeds have taken over. So this is a project this fall to cover it all with wood chips for next growing season. I've also worked on a place beside the greenhouse where we are going to have some raised beds for next year's growing season. I will finish them this year so they are ready to go next season. In this area we put all the soil and sand from the greenhouse when we built it, so I made a stone wall to keep it from getting into the driveway. I leave a card to the greenhouse build playlist if you want to check that out. This summer has been rough. There have been too little rain, so the soil is really dry. But where I got wood chips, it's actually quite moist. Back to Eden gardening, and wood chips is the way to go for us. The blackberries have started to ripe, so we will have yummy blackberries soon. To sum it up, we are able to leave the greenhouse and garden for 2 weeks. The greenhouse did really well, and next year it will do even better. The garden, on the other hand, needs a little more work with wood chips to be able to leave it for this amount of time. So that's it for this episode. If you find the content interesting, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and please share the videos, that is helping me a lot. So thanks, and see you in the next episode. If you haven't subscribed already, do so by clicking down there on the Swedish flag, and then you can also click on the little bell icon up there, and then you'll get notified when I put up new videos. And if you want to watch another video, I got one over there for you.